Cheers. Oh, he spilled some. Welcome back.
That's a good way to start. Welcome fucking back.
Welcome back.
Welcome fucking back.
We'll be doing some power rankings, and then at the end of the power rankings, we're going to give you our championship predictions. NFL, NBA. We're going to start off with the NFL.
Number one, I have to go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs, the offense is obviously led by Patrick Mahomes. I mean, way too dynamic. Tyreek Hill, one of the best receivers in the league. Travis Kelce, best tight end in the league, hands down, not even close. They're just going to run over people, especially in the AFC. AFC's fucking trash. They kept Alex Okafor, big pass rusher, and they brought in the Honey Badger. And that, I think, right there is going to be the key to their defense. But yeah, that's why I think the Chiefs are number one.
All right, so for me, at number one, I have the Chiefs also.
Yeah.
But let me preface that by saying that I think that the Chiefs are only number one if they keep Tyreek Hill.
Really?
I think that because, in case y'all didn't know, what did he do? He beat a kid's ass or some shit. What did he do?
I think so. He kicked a kid. I think. I don't know.
He beat up a kid, some shit like that. So if Tyreek Hill gets fucking indicted, then the Chiefs aren't going to be number one. They have a young team, so I think they should be focusing not only on creating a dynasty for the future, but surrounding Mahomes with not only a solid offensive line, but a solid defensive line to really solidify this team. Mm-hmm. All right, so at number two, I have the Saints. I think that the Saints have probably the most solid team in the NFL right now. They have Drew Brees. They have Alvin Kamara coming back. They have Michael Thomas, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Mm-hmm. There's really not another team that I can think of that's as solid and as consistent every year as the New Orleans Saints, especially, they have a tremendous defense. They have a tremendous defense.
I wouldn't go as far as it's tremendous.
Okay, yeah, a top five defense.
Yeah.
Okay, they have a top five. Okay, maybe not tremendous, but they have a top five defense in the league. Arguably, top five defense.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Not only do they have a top five defense, arguably, but they signed Jared Cook. Fantastic tight end. The New England Patriots were planning on signing Jared Cook as their replacement for Rob Gronkowski. But the Saints got him first, and I think that speaks a lot. And I think that the Saints are going to utilize him, and I think they're going to do really well this year. That's why I have them at number two. What about you?
Yeah, Dave, I have the Saints at number two also. I just think their offense is just way too insane. Alvin Kamara is second best back in the league. Drew Brees is
second best.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley?
No, Saquon.
Saquon?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another matter. But anyways, yeah, I was saying Alvin Kamara is second best back in the league. They have solid defense, but their receiving core, Drew Brees, they're bringing back everybody. They're pissed off. They're pissed off about the Rams, the no call last year. They should have been in the Super Bowl. Would have been them. They would have beat the fucking Patriots. Fuck the Patriots. They're gonna come back with a vengeance. I think that's a solid pick at number two. At number three, I have actually the Rams. The reason I didn't put the Rams over the Saints, even though they beat them last year, first of all, the game was bullshit. The Saints should have won. Second of all, I think losing Ndamukong Suh is going to be bigger than most people believe. Clay Matthews, adding him is good and keeping their defense solid, but losing LaMarcus Joyner in the secondary and Ndamukong Suh on the defensive line, I mean, that's going to be tough. That's tough for any defense to recover from. But then again, their offense, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, just signed him to extension today. Highest paid player ever, I believe. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. So at number three, I also have the Rams. I think that the offensive lineup of Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley, I think that is monstrous.
Yeah.
They also got an outside linebacker, fantastic outside linebacker, Dante Fowler Jr. All right, number four, I have the good old Patriots, baby.
Good pick. Talking about him.
All right.
This is everyone.
So look, they lost Rob Gronkowski. That's a big hit. The Patriots have James White, an incredible running back. And the Patriots also have one of my picks this fantasy draft in Sony Michel. They got a nice first rounder also. They got another receiver, great first rounder, N'Keal Harry from Arizona State. I think their offense is going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, it's going to be scary. I think, as always, even though Tom Brady can only throw 5 yards down the field, they're just going to always put them in a position to win. How their offense plays out, screen plays, utilizing the running back, especially James White out of the backfield as a pass catch running back. And Sony Michel, I think your pick's going to blow up this year, honestly. I thought that was a good fantasy pick. Yeah. Anybody out there who picked Sony Michel, kudos to you.
So, look for the Patriots defense to be solid this year regardless, whether or not they have big names. Was that your number 4 too?
Yeah, I was on
All right, what's your number 5?
My number 5, might be surprising to some people. I picked the Bears. I think their balance as a team, defensively especially, bringing back most of their D-line and their secondary is going to be huge for them. I think Mitchell Trubisky is going to break out this year. He was kind of iffy last year. They relied on the run a lot with Jordan Howard, but I think this year we're going to see him pass the ball out a lot. I think Allen Robinson, I think Tariq Cohen is going to have an astounding year this year. I think they're going to have a good offense again.
Look, I have the Bears at my number 5 also. I think that offense is going to be incredible. I mean, they have Trey Burton also, a great tight end. I had him last year for fantasy. He was one of my best players. I had a shitty team, though, but he was one of my best players.
They're going to be fun to watch.
So, number 6. This is where our power rankings are going to start to differ. Yeah. At number 6, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Jordan Howard left the Bears. And guess where he went?
Where'd he go?
He went to the Philadelphia Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. If you had fantasy last year, you know that Jordan Howard was an extremely consistent running back. Not only that, but he's going to have Carson Wentz. And look, they have LaShawn Jackson now on their team. LaShawn Jackson's old. But LaShawn Jackson. That's right.
LaShawn Jackson?
Deshaun. LaShawn Jackson. Cheers to LaShawn Jackson.
LaShawn Jackson.
Cheers. Oh, my God. The Eagles have Deshaun Jackson.
Yep. Doesn't he have arthritis already, though? He's old as fuck, isn't he?
He's not that old.
He's pretty fucking old.
He's not that old.
I think he's balding.
I don't think he's balding yet.
I think he's...
The Eagles are my number 6.
So completely different conference, different term. I'm going with the Chargers. Look, Melvin Gordon is a huge loss, but the Chargers are number 6. Their offense is solid.
You think that
Phillip Rivers is still in his prime? He will fucking sling that thing. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, Austin Eckler. Their offense is on the come up. Their defense is still going to be solid. They are going to rule the AFC right next to the Chiefs. That's how I think the season's going to end up. They're going to have a solid year. They're going to make the playoffs. Maybe get edged out by the Patriots to make the AFC Championship. Who knows? They're going to be contenders. They're the real deal.
Yeah, and look, that's a great way to start number 7 because at number 7, I have the Chargers. And let me tell you why I have the Chargers at number 7. And this is a pretty good reason. I had no idea about this till I started reading up on it.
Tell me.
Melvin Gordon, that's a big loss to the Chargers. But did you know that the Chargers went 4-0 last year without Melvin Gordon? Chargers went 4-0 with Austin Eckler without Melvin Gordon. Did not lose a game without Melvin Gordon. Supposedly a what? Melvin Gordon was what last year? Maybe a top 5, definitely a top 5 running back in the league.
Easily.
Without him, they went 4-0. With Austin Eckler? Who's that, you might ask? That's a good question.
Who fucking
I don't
knows?
know. Do you know?
No, I have no fucking idea.
I didn't know.
It's like this balding old guy. You look at him and you're like, they just found this guy at the fucking pipe cleaner shop. I don't know pipe cleaner shop. I don't even know that fucking exists.
I have the Chargers at 7. Who do you have at 7?
I actually have the Packers at 7, Dave. Aaron Rodgers is a freak. He is the best quarterback, skill-wise, in the league. Injuries, offensive schemes, offensive lines have plagued him through his career. Yeah, he does have one chip. This year, especially with the emergence of Devontae Adams, I think they're poised for a good run. especially with their new coach, Matt LaFleur. With him implementing his system, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to thrive. As much as it pains me to say this, as much as I know this will stir up all the fans of this team, as much as I know all the dick riders of this team will say,
Don't say
this
it.
is their year.
Don't say it. I think I know what you're going to say, and don't say it.
I'm actually going to side with them. I think this is the year they're actually going to be good. Especially since they just signed Zeke. I think the Cowboys have a shot of going to the NFC Championship game. Super Bowl, I don't know. Up in the air. Leighton Vander Esch, Sean Lee, Jalen Smith are the best linebacker trio in the league. Signing DeMarcus Lawrence, acquiring Amari Cooper, keeping Zeke, getting Dak, signing Lil Collins today, keeping the offensive line healthy. Even though they just have clap on the sideline, Jason Garrett, I think they're poised for a run. Even though it's fuck the Cowboys for life, I will say that.
How deep do you think they're going to go?
I think NFC Championship game, Dave. I really do. I think this is the year they're gonna prove some people wrong, like me, past few years. I think they're gonna show out this year.
Listen, for number 8, despite the fact that they play in the NFC, I think that the Falcons are going to excel this year.
I don't even think Matt Ryan can fold pizza boxes correctly. That guy's fucking trash.
Matt Ryan's trash?
Yes, Matt Ryan's trash.
Matt Ryan, the quarterback that, I don't know, what he got to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, maybe?
Yeah, lost 28. He was up 28.
Yeah, he was up. I mean, that's not really all his fault, but, he's still a great quarterback. He got them all the way there. You know what I'm saying? So, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Look, they lost Tevin Coleman. That's a big hit. That's why I have them at 8. But why I also have them at 8 is because they have Devontae Freeman. And I think that's a big plus. They may not need Tevin Coleman anymore because they have an improved offensive line. And that's why I have the Falcons at number 8. Okay, number 9. So, this is going to be a little controversial. So,
who you hitting me with? Come on.
Because it's going to be controversial, I say we take a little drink. A little cheers. Look, we all know Big Ben.
Continue.
We all know Big Ben is old,
fat,
slow.
slow,
Maybe not fat. He's not fat. He's not fat.
balding,
Okay, he's balding, but he's not fat.
has a small dick.
Okay, he has a small dick, but he's not fat. I'll tell you what he isn't. He isn't a mobile quarterback.
I could have fucking told you that, Dave.
Yeah, he could have told me that. They got one of the best offensive lines in the league.
I'll agree with you there.
And that's exactly why I have the Steelers at number 9. That's exactly why, because we haven't seen James Conner and we haven't seen Juju ball out for an entire year. But you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that they're going to be able to ball out for the entire year. That's why I think the Steelers are number 9. What's your number 9 team?
I'm going to have to go with Seattle. My number 9 team. Russell Wilson is the most underrated quarterback in the league. Hands down one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league. Can sling it. Super Bowl winning quarterback. Been to the Super Bowl twice. I think they're going to surprise people. I think their defense, especially with the new addition of
Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon. What a name.
Jadeveon
Clowney.
I drafted DK Metcalf in this fantasy draft, and I don't want to say anything because, I'm hoping he doesn't get injured, because if I do say something, he'll probably get injured. But DK Metcalf is my sleeper wide receiver.
If you're being honest, I think he should move to fucking linebacker or something. Tight end. Get even bigger.
Okay, well, linebacker and tight end are two completely different positions.
Well, he can fucking do whatever the fuck he wants.
All right, so then what's your number 10?
The Ravens actually are my number 10. Look, they barely slimmed out of the playoffs last year. Barely didn't make it. Started Lamar Jackson way too late. Started Joe Flacco at the beginning of the season. That guy's, 90 years old, I think. This is his, 30th season, something like that. he is going to change your offense, especially how they run the double tight end formation. They brought in Mark Ingram. They have Marquise Brown. Put depth at the wide receiver position. I think their offense is going to explode this year with the different option plays. I think Lamar Jackson's going to have a breakout year. I think he's going to be the focal point of the offense. I think their defense, bringing in Earl Thomas, was huge. It already was a solid defense. They're the best kicker in the league. They have one of the best special teams units in the league. One of the best punters in the league, actually. They're just a team as a whole. I think they're going to surprise some people, turn some heads. I think Lamar Jackson's going to ball out. I think other people on the team's going to ball out.
Well, at my top 10, I have Ezekiel Elliott. So the reason that I have Ezekiel Elliott as my top 10 and not the Cowboys is because
he is the Cowboys.
He is the Cowboys.
It would be
That's
fucking
right.
nothing.
Without Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboys wouldn't be shit. At my top 10, I have Zeke. In our first podcast, we touched base on Kevin Durant's departure in Oklahoma City to the Golden State Warriors, and we talked about how that created an era of super teams.
Yep.
This is a different era because now it's not super teams. Now it's super duos. Every team is trying to form a duo that's going to win their team a championship. So to start off, our power rankings for the NBA, I'm going to give you the best super duo that I think exists in the NBA, and that is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard from the Los Angeles Clippers. They're going to have the best defense in the league. You can mark my words.
Yeah.
They have an incredible perimeter defender in Patrick Beverley. So Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are the two best two-way players in the league. And they have one of the best perimeter defenders on their team now. And guess what they also have?
What do they have?
One of the best interior defenders in the league in Montrezl Harrell. No, I love this team. No, he can look at me like that, but I love this team. Yeah, exactly. But I love this team.
And in less of a dick-sucking way, I also have the Clippers at my number one in the power rankings. They're deep. They have the best six-man in the league. They have the two best, like you said, all-around players in the league with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Mm-hmm. Montrezl Harrell, big presence in the paint. They have good three-point shooters, and especially with their acquisition of Landry Shamet in the offseason. Patrick Beverley, awesome player, brings a hustle to the team. They're going to be exciting to watch.
So what's your number 2 pick?
My number 2 pick, the Lakers. LeBron, still he's shown that he's still the best player in the league. The addition of Anthony Davis and the different, like, I don't want to say superstars, but stars around him with Danny Green. Keeping Rajon. I think keeping Rajon Rondo was a big move by them. Kuzma is going to have his blowout year this year. I think Lakers. They're my early pick to win the NBA Finals. They're going to have a solid season this year.
Look, if there's anyone in the league that has something to prove, no. Well, maybe Alex Caruso because he's an Aggie, but if there's anyone in the league that has something to prove, it's LeBron James. And that might sound pretty crazy at first, but let me elaborate. So, last year he got into a lot of trouble for saying, now I'm in playoff mode.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get to the playoffs because now I'm in playoff mode. What the fuck is that shit, bro?
Well, okay.
No. Because if you're one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and you're, in competition with Michael Jordan, and, you're in competition with Kobe Bryant for one of the greatest players to ever play the game in terms of mentality, what kind of fucking shit are you, like what are you on, bro? Look, I think LeBron is the greatest player of all time.
Yes.
And I think LeBron would undoubtedly be everyone's greatest player of all time if he played with the same mentality that Westbrook played with, that Kobe played with, that Michael Jordan played with, to give 100% every single game. But personally, between the Clippers and the Lakers, I think that the Clippers are going to be the team to beat. But, the Lakers, they definitely have a lot to prove, and I think that that's going to put them in a good position for this coming year. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is going to surprise some people. I think it's going to surprise you. My number 3 are the Warriors.
The Warriors?
The Warriors.
At number 3?
Number 3.
Without Clay for most of the season.
Curry's the best point guard in the league.
Arguably.
Not arguably. Curry
Arguably.
is the best point guard in the league. Pairing him with D'Angelo Russell, especially how they've said plan to play Curry off the ball, I think that's going to be integral to their offense. Having the best shooter of all time coming off the ball instead of as a ball-dominant player, I think it's going to expand his growth as a shooter. It's going to expand their offense. It's going to expand D'Angelo Russell's playing ability.
I don't know about the Warriors, but let me tell you about my 3rd pick. I think that the Bucks are easily my number 3rd pick.
Even though they lost Malcolm Brogdon?
Oh, no. Let me tell you. All right, look. Despite the fact that Giannis continues to exponentially expand his game, they lost Malcolm Brogdon. And that's tough. Personally, I'm a Thunder fan. I've said this before. I'll say it again a million times. I really wanted Wesley Matthews to go to the Thunder because Westbrook needs 3-point shooters. But now Westbrook's gone, and Wesley Matthews signed with the Bucks. And do you know who needs 3-point shooters? Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not only that, but the fact that they have Chris Middleton, the fact that they have Wesley Matthews, the fact that they have Brook Lopez, the fact that they have Kyle Korver, I think that the Bucks are just going to be unbelievably solid this year. They have Eric Bledsoe, leading the offense. That's going to be fantastic. That's why I have the Bucks at number 3. Number 4. I'm sad. I'm sad, ladies and gentlemen.
I know it's going to be.
I'm very sad.
Yes.
My number 4 are the Houston Rockets. Do you know who the Houston Rockets got this past offseason? Because I know. Do you want to know why I know?
Really?
Because I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. The Houston Rockets got Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook and James Harden might be the 2 most ball-dominant superstars in the league, but they said the exact same fucking thing about Paul George and Russell Westbrook playing on the same team. Paul George is one of the greatest two-way players to ever play the game, and that's factual.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. I might be biased, and that's okay. I don't give a fuck. Westbrook led the league in assists after he said that he was going to lead the league in assists. This past offseason, he said he was going to become a 3-point shooter. Now, I don't know what that means to you guys, but to me, he's going to become a consistent 3-point shooter. Something that he hasn't been able to do his entire career.
That's why I also have them at number 4, Dave. I think that's a great pick. I think the Rockets are going to go to the Western Conference Finals. That is my solid prediction. That is my honest opinion.
All right, so the Rockets were my number 4. The Rockets were your number 4. What's your number 5?
My number 5 actually are the Celtics. A little bit surprising.
Yeah.
I know. First of all, a team from the Eastern Conference, most people don't think are going to be that good this year. I think the addition of Kemba Walker was huge. I think he can please their offense with Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum. The recent acquisition of Enes Kanter, I think it'll be more fluid. They're going to move the ball more than they did with Kyrie. I think Gordon Hayward is going to fucking ball out this year. Everyone was talking shit about my man last year. He was injured. He was going through things. I think this year he's going to be able to actually be in the spotlight, go off. I honestly have high hopes for that Celtics team.
For my number 5, I have the Utah Jazz. And I think that this year they're going to fucking kick some ass, dude.
Okay.
Look, the Jazz lost 2 big rotation players. They lost Jay Crowder. They lost Ricky Rubio.
Replaceable.
No, not only replaceable. Do you know who they replaced them with?
Who did they replace him with?
They replaced Ricky Rubio with Mike Conley.
Yep.
Arguably one of the best point guards in the league. An all-star point guard. Mike Conley. An incredible player. Young. He can lead a team with Donovan Mitchell. It's going to be incredible to watch them play. And do you know who they replaced Jay Crowder with?
Who?
Bojan Bogdanovic. He shot 42% from... Bojan Bogdanovic shot 42% from three-point land this past year.
So apparently this guy is also a good defender. I never thought
Bojan?
that he was a good defender, but when they played LeBron a couple years ago in the
dude, he locked his ass down.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Okay, he didn't lock his ass down.
But yeah,
he didn't lock his ass down.
He was the guy fucking defending him.
Yeah.
That was actually surprising to me. So they didn't just lose Jay Crowder's defense. They also, they got Bogdan, who's a better scorer than Jay Crowder, who's also
a pretty good defender.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that watching Bojan and watching Mike Conley play under Quinn Snyder is going to be...
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be one hell of a year.
Yeah. On my 6, I have Portland. Actually, I know.
Really? At your number 6?
Yeah. I think adding Hassan was big.
Oh,
I think having Hassan and Nurk, I think it's going to be big. Damian Lillard's going to have MVP season. He's gonna have an MVP.
So?
Yeah, he's gonna have MVP season. He might not win MVP, but he's gonna be top 3 in the MVP talks or whatever the fuck. It's because I think he understands this year they need to get to a spot where, and then the playoffs in the first round, where they don't play someone like the Thunder, where they need to take the 6 games, and where he needs to actually go off to beat them. He needs to play a team like an 8-seeded team like the Mavericks, where C.J. McCollum can go off in the first round, where he can kind of take a back seat, relax until the Western Conference Finals or the second round or the NBA Finals, and he's going to understand that. So he's going to go off this year. He's still young. He has a good supporting cast. I think Rodney Hood's going to be a big emergence in the offense. I think they're gonna have a good season.
Look, for number 6, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. I'm an Oklahoma City.
He is an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. I don't know if you guys fucking knew.
I don't know if you knew that.
He said that. I don't know how many fucking times.
I've said it over and over again, and I'll keep saying it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant is one of my favorite players in the league. Jeremy Grant was also one of the basketball players who was able to help Westbrook's shooting deficit this past year because of his upgrade in three-point shooting. Jeremy Grant is an incredible player. He scored 14 points per game this past year. He averaged 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, a steal. Yeah, those numbers might not stand out to you, but on a championship contending team like the Nuggets, for giving up a protected first rounder for a player that's going to help them get to the chip, I think that makes the Denver Nuggets a championship contending team.
My number 7, and I believe it's also yours. I think the Sixers. I think the addition of Al Horford, re-signing Tobias Harris, keeping Ben Simmons. I think they're gonna be fucking up the East. I think Ben Simmons is a fucking monster. He's getting a shot. Their bench is getting better. Al Horford is a fucking beast. He's a vet. He's a shooter. He's a rebounder. He's a defender. What do you fucking think, Jacob?
I agree.
You agree?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I know. Even though fuck Philadelphia, their bench, their starting lineup, their coach, their front office knows what they're doing. They're creating a playoff environment in Philly. They're gonna fuck shit up.
I mean, look, they recently acquired Meek Mill from prison. And look, I have the 76ers at my number 7 also. Now that they have Horford, now that they have Josh Richardson, not necessarily stars anymore. In Horford's case, stars anymore. In stars at all in Josh Richardson, but they have some great players on their team. I think that's going to highlight Joel Embiid's playing style. That's going to highlight Tobias Harris's playing style. And I think that the 76ers are going to be a fantastic team this coming year.
Denver.
Denver is your 8th pick?
Yeah.
At number 8?
Yeah.
You have Denver?
Yeah.
You have number 8 at Denver?
Is that okay?
You have number 8 at Denver?
I have number 8 at Denver.
You have number 8.
Sporting Cast.
At
Jamal Murray.
Denver.
Gary Harris. Sporting Cast. They're on Jamal Murray. Gary Harris. Nikola Jokic. Jeremy Grant. You can't base the ranking they have in the playoffs by how good a team actually is. You can't do that. Cannot do that.
Jacob says we drink more, so I say we drink a little bit more.
The wheel of Jacob.
This particular broadcast is brought to you by yours truly, Kentucky Deluxe. It's Kentucky's select blended whiskey.
What he said.
Select
Exactly
bourbon.
what he said.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Select blended whiskey.
So you have the Nuggets at 8, and that honestly kind of bothers me. That kind of makes me a little mad.
No one knows he's going to be good.
But
no one knows he's going to do good in the West.
But
no one.
Fucking Nuggets, bro, at 8,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
How are they at 8?
I mean, they haven't proven anything. They haven't
You're
done
right.
anything.
You're right. You're right.
Well, let's hear your 18 then.
Look, despite the fact that Nurkic is out, despite the fact they lost Enes Kanter to the Celtics, you know, they got Hassan Whiteside. Nurkic is going to come back. I think Zach Collins is one of the most underrated players in the league. I think that he's going to get way more minutes this coming year. I think the Portland Trail Blazers are my number 8. They definitely are. I think Damian Lillard is going to go off this year. He beat the Thunder this past year. He shut down Westbrook, as much as I hate to say it. And yes, I did say Westbrook. They also got Kent Bazemore. I think he's going to bring more depth to the team. That's why I have the Trailblazers at my number 8. At my number 9, you had them way higher. You had them at number 3, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. At number 9, I have the Warriors. They lost Kevin Durant. Boo is correct, Jacob. Jacob said boo, in case you couldn't hear. Boo. Dap up. Boo. Look, they lost Klay Thompson. They lost Kevin Durant. Well, they lost
Klay Thompson for half the year.
They lost Klay Thompson to injury. He'll be back maybe in half a year. But, you know, this is Stephen Curry's first year playing off the ball. They're going to be utilizing D'Angelo Russell. They lost Iguodala. They still have Draymond Green. I don't think he's much of a player. You know, they got Alec Burks. He's going to be a great player off the bench. They got Willie Cauley-Stein. He's going to be a great center off the bench. Maybe even to start, you know, you never know. In my opinion, wherever the Warriors end up, it's completely dependent on whether or not Stephen Curry has a good year. That's my number 9.
My number 9 is actually your number 3. So, Milwaukee. I think they can make the NBA playoffs. But if you put that team in the West, I think they're just an average playoff team. Giannis is a fucking monster. Brook Lopez is going off, but he's already getting old. Losing Nikola Mirotic and Malcolm Brogdon is huge, but I still think they're going to have a great season in the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, give me your number 10. Last team of the fucking power rankings. Let's go. Let's see it.
Last team, look, you know, last team was hard as fuck because I had 3 teams that I couldn't choose between. The first team that I thought of was the Pacers. The Pacers have Oladipo coming back. They signed Malcolm Brogdon from the Bucks. That's a huge pickup off their bench. And they got TJ Warren to replace Bojan Bogdanovic. I also had the Spurs. I love the Spurs. And you want to know why I love the Spurs? They lost Bertans. I think that's a big
Really?
loss.
DeJounte Murray is one of the low-key fucking best defenders in the league.
Yes.
He can spread the floor.
He can.
He's a good shooter.
He definitely
He
is.
moves the ball. He's athletic.
Yep.
He's going to be with Lonnie Walker, Bryn Forbes.
Yep, Lonnie Walker's coming back this year.
Yes, he is. DeMar DeRozan, Marcus Aldridge, Marco Bellinelli, Patty Mills.
What? I had some trepidation for not including the Mavericks in my top 10. But you know who is in my top 10? Oklahoma City Thunder. They're my dark horse for the playoffs. They're my dark horse for a number 10 team, and they're my dark horse for the playoffs. Chris Paul has something to prove. That this year is going to be the year that he's going to have to prove himself.
Yeah.
They brought in Danilo Gallinari, who was almost an all-star this past year, by the way. So yeah, those are my number 10 picks. What about you? What's your number 10 pick?
My last pick in the power rankings, I have to say, is a little, not controversial, but a little different. I'm going with Brooklyn. All right. They don't have KD this year. I know he's not going to play. Kyrie is one of the premier point guards in the league. DeAndre Jordan, one of the most powerful centers in the fucking league. They surround him with a good supporting cast. Taurean Prince, Joe Harris, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen. They retained some of their good players. They're going to be a fucking force to reckon with, especially in the East. The East is so fucking weak. I mean, I just think they're gonna go off this year.
So your championship predictions for the NBA are going to be...
Championship predictions. All right, my championship predictions: LA, Boston. I think we're having an old school fucking rivalry.
Boston, dude.
I think Boston is gonna fucking upset people. I think they're gonna prove people wrong. Kemba Walker is gonna go off. He's gonna show how he's such a great scorer, great facilitator. LeBron, Anthony Davis, his supporting cast, they're gonna fucking go off. I'm excited to see that championship. Well, let's hear yours. What do you think it's gonna be?
Boston
Yes, I think Boston.
with Kemba.
Yes.
Kemba and who else? And his Kent.
Jason Tatum,
You're right.
Marcus Smart,
You're right.
Jaylen Brown,
Jaylen Brown.
Aaron Baines.
Aaron. Oh, that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Baines, they have a championship. And that's it. Championship is sealed. The championship team, for me, right now, is the greatest team in the league, the Los Angeles Clippers, against the Philadelphia 76ers. Personally, I don't think Boston has what it takes to make it to the NBA Finals. I think that the 76ers do. I think that despite the fact that they may have a lot of young players, I think they have Al Horford, and I think that that's what it takes. Everyone that's watching this podcast, I want everyone to know that if Al Horford walked into the gym and Duncan saw him, he would let him shoot. That is all. All right, now for the season that's directly upon us. What's your Super Bowl prediction?
All right, I'm giving a hot fucking take here. Hot fucking take. Bias or not, AFC champions, Kansas City Chiefs.
I agree.
NFC champions, the New York Giants are going to fucking surprise the world. They're going to win the wild card. They're going to go in the playoffs. Underrated, undervalued, taken for granted. They're going to fuck people up, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. We are going to make fucking history. The Giants are going to be this year's Super Bowl champions. Mark my fucking words, baby. New York, baby. What's your take?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have probably
Big Blue Nation,
just
baby.
witnessed
Big Blue Nation.
the most stupid take
No.
in all of NFL history.
No.
Who are
Could
the
be.
Giants? No, who are the Giants going to be in the AFC Championship?
NFC championship, you mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Cheers.
I think the Giants could either beat the number one seed in the fucking NFC, the Rams, or the Giants will beat the division rival in the fucking NFC championship game, the Dallas Cowgirls, to make it the greatest fucking Super Bowl fucking game of all time.
You think, let me get this straight for our viewers. You think that the Giants have what it takes to beat the Rams in the NFC Championship?
I wouldn't say I think, because I know they have what it fucking takes to beat the Rams, baby. Big Blue Nation. New York fucking Giants are the best team in the league, alright? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Let's hear your take.
I'm doing a logical take. A
Okay.
take that makes sense. I'm picking the Chiefs and the Rams in the championship, in which I take the Rams because they're the deeper team.
The deeper team.
Yep.
That's a good way to put it. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Robert Woods. Oh, you're right. What's the running back's name? I forgot.
Diego Mendes.
Diego Mendes.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
The running back for the Rams is Diego Mendes, and you think they're losing in the NFC Championship?
It's controversial. You don't know. You just do not know. Diego or Saquon, that's just not even a fucking... It's tough. It's tough.
So we're going to have to see. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you go ahead and do that. Turn on the notification button. See when we're going to be posting new videos. See when we're going to be live streaming. We're going to try and live stream with guests. Comment if you think you know enough about sports as we do. Come on this show. Challenge our opinions. Shout out to Kentucky Deluxe. We love your whiskey. And we're going to keep drinking it every video we can.
So we actually have a promo today for you guys. If you guys can guess the message on the board, I know it's backwards for y'all, but if you guys can guess it, it's actually a lifetime membership to our premium Snapchat account. Very, very important Snapchat. Very informational Snapchat.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks,
Peace
guys.
out.
Gig 'em.
Gig 'em.